Hello, everybody. Hang on, wife's just letting the dog in. All right. Yeah. So, I got this call from my uncle, and I'm just kind of sitting on the road here waiting for you. I want to tell you about this, but you know what's kind of going on. I'm almost there. But anyways, I got a call from my uncle, right? And he says, I need you to get down here right away. And so I'm like, okay, what's going on? He says, just get down here. I've got some news for you. It's from your grandfather. He passed away in Germany. I'm like, okay. And I haven't seen Grandpa in I don't know how many years. But anyways, he says, come on down here. I've got some paperwork that I need you to look at and sign, and there's something here. So that's what I'm doing. I just had to stop, and stop on the side of the road. You know why. But anyways, so we're going to continue on. We're going to head down here. Now, I've been out here many times throughout my life, so I know where we are. And yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out what this urgency is, and we'll get this all figured out. Don't worry, nobody drives these roads. Well, very rare do they drive this road. Now, the other one, at the end of this one, yeah, that one's quite busy all the time. Now, around here, you do have to kind of be careful. There is a lot of cops and stuff, so, should play nice, but kind of, you're around here often enough. And, oh, turn. Sorry. Sorry, the dog was making some noise here. But anyways, yeah, you live around here long enough, you get to know all the cops and stuff. I'm pretty sure, well, not pretty sure, I know there's a gravel pit down this way, so you'll see cement trucks and everything all down here. And you got idiots like that. Yep. So anyways, yeah, this is my uncle Beam. This is his farm. He's got some cows and stuff over here and stuff. Nothing major. It's kind of more of a close to a hobby farm kind of thing. But he's got a bunch of cows and stuff here, so not too, not too big. Just nice little size. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm going to see what he wants and what he's got to do. And yeah, I'll kind of be right back here in a second. So yeah, can keep going. It's so nice out here. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get inside. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody. Wow, that was quite the interesting thing. Apparently, I never even knew it. Grandpa was an old German, but kind of like a German and a bit of French in him, but whatever. He had an old whiskey still, like a distillery, factory, whatever you want to call it, and I never knew he had that. I mean, apparently, way back, even his dad, I guess, they did moonshine. So apparently, it's just up the road here. Now, We're going to take a quick drive up there and I'll explain a little more of what my uncle kind of said and what was in this letter. So let's take a quick drive up there. Now apparently it's just, like I said, it's just up the road, so these two doing playing kissy kissy. Go home. Do that at home. People are still crazy around here. But anyways, yeah. Now, basically, some of what was said, I'll explain a little more, is this old state, whiskey production, whatever you want to call it. I guess over the years it's kind of turned into whiskey production. But, you know, way back in the day, they were running these stuff. Years it became more of a legit thing. Uncle Bean said it was in this bush area, and it kind of come up against this road. Like you'll see the trees kind of open on the right. I don't know where. It's about a kilometer and a half, 2 kilometers up the road. Once you pass that S turn, right? So I'm trying to figure this out. It should be here somewhere. This is just, it doesn't look like much, but drive up to the top of the hill. So we're kind of looking for this road. Where the hell is the road? It says if you're not really paying attention, you'll miss it, but at the same time, you can't really miss it. All right, oh, right here. Look, see? This has got to be it. So yeah, he says, Uncle Beam said, just go up the hill. And you kind of see it. It's hidden. I don't see nothing. Oh, look. This is it here. It's got to be. Oh, nice and rough. Wow, this has got to be the place. He said, I guess at one time, this was quite thriving. But when Grandma died and then Grandpa kind of, you know, a couple of his partners died off from age and stuff, and now Grandpa's gone now, but he kind of stopped using this place. So looks like we got some sort of shed over there, some granaries. We obviously got this. You know, Short Mountain Distillery. Well, I don't know about Short Mountain, but it fits the place anyways. No wanted sign? It seems to be in good condition. I wonder if there's anything left in those barrels. I'll have to check that out at some time. We got God knows what here. Distilled water maybe, or corn syrup, or God knows what. We'll have to figure out some recipes. Uncle Beam says he might have the old recipes written down somewhere. He's going to go through a bunch of Grandpa's stuff and see what we can find. So anyways, we got, looks like probably old, at one time, yeah, an old fired boiler type thing for distilling. So obviously they kept that, had to keep that going a lot. And I'll have to check everything out. Ooh, I don't know if I want to go anywhere near that. But anyway, so with this distillery, I guess Grandpa left it to me, but under one condition. Excuse me? See the name? Popcorn Stuntons? Um, is that one of his partners or something? Like, should I be worried about that? Yeah, but anyways, yeah, so he left this to me, but there's a clause. I've got 3 years to get this thing up and running again and profitable. Okay, if I can do this in 3 years, which, I mean, right now it looks a little impossible, but if I can do this in 3 years, get it up and running with profit, then they'll sign the deed over to me. If not, the property and all its contents will get sold and divided up amongst Grandpa's favorite charities, or Grandma's favorite charities, really. So yeah, this is gonna be a challenge. I mean, 3 years, there's a lot of cleanup here to do. I mean, the only thing I could do, which, you know, I kind of screwed up, guys. So, yeah, give me a second here. Part of the story is part of the money. Okay. Gotta fix this. I know it ruins everything. I'm sorry. Where's my number? Right there. Things you forget while you're setting everything up. But anyways, so I was told all I can use is my life savings. So in my account, all I've got is $56,821. You know, I do pretty good at my job, so I mean, I'm gonna have to quit my job, or maybe take some time off and see if even the first year I can get this going. But yeah, so let's take a quick look around. It looks like we got some sort of bale shed here. Nothing too major, just a few bales left over. I don't see any animals or anything, so I don't know why he's got that, but who knows back then. Bunch of old wooden barrels. We got a couple tractors. They look probably in really rough shape. We got a shed, or a side shed, or lean-to, or whatever you want to call it over here. Yeah, bunch of garbage laying around, an old wagon. So, what do we got over here? Some sort of generator or something. Work spot. More barrels and stuff. Nothing over there. What we got inside? Oof. There is a bunch of junk in here. An old tractor. I don't think that's going anywhere. Another old generator. Can't even move around in here. Yeah. Old kitchen stove. We got a canoe in here. Wagon. Yeah, I don't think that tractor's going anywhere. I wonder if it's an old moonshine truck, maybe? Pretty rough. I see engine parts in the back, so yeah, I don't think this thing's gonna be doing too much running around anymore. Hopefully that's not bullet holes. She's been beat up. Beat up. Yeah, see, there's parts missing. That thing's not gonna run. Maybe at some point we'll get it out of there and see what we can do with it. Let's just leave that mess for a little while. So, what else do we got around here? Let's see. We got some wood and an old car. Now that could definitely be an old moonshine runner, eh? It ain't running nowhere anymore. What we got here? Looks like a old shed or something. Yeah, not much in there. Well, let's go take a quick look at this these grain bins here and see if you know, see how rotten they are. These things are usually pretty good though. They kind of hold up over the years. Looks a little A little bad. Might have to do some scrubbing, maybe get inside or something. Make sure there's not too much mold if we need, you know, all the stuff in there. And some barley in there. I wonder how bad that stuff is. Probably get just maybe run it through the cleaner and sell it off for real bad stuff. You know, I wouldn't doubt there's probably mice all through that. A bunch of garbage in here. And just a bunch of old wood and stuff. Fence seems to be fairly strong and sturdy. Probably not our field. What do we got over here? A bunch of garbage. Oh, we got a piece of equipment here. Yeah, that thing might have seen its day. Probably had grass in it, but it looks more like silage now. Stuff's probably pretty rotten in there. Bet you these hoses and everything are they're garbage. Have to be all replaced. Come on, get rid of the garbage. So yeah, do you think we could do this? I mean, we're looking at 3 years here to get rid of this stuff, you know, so... And, the 3 years to get this up and running. We got tracks all over the place here. Yeah. Half of these roads probably haven't seen a vehicle in God knows how long. So, yeah, we're gonna... Uncle Beam was gonna send those recipes over to me if he could find them. He was pretty sure he kind of knew where they were, but... The history that's sitting in this place, huh? So, let's go over here. I'm gonna sit in the truck here. We're gonna see if he sent anything over on my PDA here. So yeah, a couple different recipes from the looks of it. So this one here, this is a rum recipe. Looks like you just need sugar cane. Sugar cane, probably some water, you know, things like that. That would be an easy one to do. Now the whiskey one, yeah, we need some corn, we need barley, and we need barrels. Well, I don't have the stuff to make barrels, but I'm sure there's probably somebody around that can make barrels for me so I can do the whiskey. So yeah, these recipes are fairly easy. But we have no property, no nothing. Now, I could either buy barrels, or I'm assuming you'd probably cut down some trees or something, or supply wood to somebody that makes barrels. We'll have to look around. We'll see what we can find. But, yeah, no field. And, well, I didn't see any trees out there, at least not that I know of. We'll take a look at property land here and see if Grandpa's got anything. But yeah, no wood for barrels. Now buying barrels, well, I don't have a whole lot of money, so what do? Making the whiskey. Yeah, we need barley, barrels, and corn. Oh, I don't have any fields either, so that could be a tough one. Sugar cane. For the rum. Now, that's the only thing we need is sugar cane. But, from what I understand, well, one, I don't have any fields. Two, sugar cane regrows, but the equipment for harvesting can be very expensive. So, I guess we better look at property and kind of figure out which way is what and what's going to go where. As far as, is it cheaper to start up with the whiskey? Buy some property, which, yeah, I don't know if I can do that, but we got 3 years. There's a few farmers around, so it's probably not a whole lot for contracts, but we can keep an eye out. And you know, we'll go from there. So let's take a look at the GPS here. So yeah, we've got no properties, right? Now Uncle still farms his, so do we help him and maybe help invest and get a chunk of property, use his equipment, right? Or do we find smaller something of our own? Now, there's a lot of trees here, a lot of this bush line, so we could look at that. Right now, see, with some of these properties, they're way outside of my budget. $57, we're almost at that one, but I mean, that would be every cent. I've got what you see there, and I've got, you know, my chainsaw. So if we can find a good chunk of property around 52. This one's 52,000, but that would not leave us much. But I hear trees are fairly lucrative, so we could sell off a bunch of trees. Once we get some money back, pick up a better trailer or something so we can haul better trees, and we'll look around for a wood dealer or a sawmill or something. What do we got around? We've got a sawmill, grain, cows. That's the animal dealer. It's all of that stuff there. What's this? This is general store. Sell all. Okay. Yeah, there is not a lot around here. Oh, maybe we might eventually put up a barrel, or not a barrel, but a factory and hire some people to build barrels, you know, some sort of carpenter, millwright, something like that. So there's that. But now if we look at the properties, yeah, properties are probably going to be way too far out. I'm better off with the trees. Better off with trees. Smaller property here. Still $98,000. We got an 18 over here. 88,000. 21. 41,000. We could buy that. But again, that doesn't leave us a whole lot. So let's look at if we do sugar cane. Look online here for sugar cane. I don't even know what equipment we'd be looking for. Oh, there's sugarcane planter. Now we could lease this stuff. So this is a 1 meter wide. This would take forever. What does it cost to lease? $2,000. The land is small enough. Maybe we could borrow one of Uncle Beam's tractors. All right. No, because he does mainly like haying and stuff, so he doesn't have a combine. He doesn't have a harvester of any sorts, right? So tractor, we could get that. What's the supplies of sugar cane? That's right. Sugar cane is 300, 380, 1,000 or 2,000. Okay, that's not too bad, depending on what it would take to plant. But yeah, rice harvester, sugar. See, then there's the sugar cane harvester. Right? So we're $349,000. Now to lease this thing, it's gonna be a few dollars. Yeah, 17 grand. Right? So I mean, if we do it that way, that's sugar cane regrows, but trying to lease that machine, yeah, that could get very expensive very fast. So do we go for the barley and stuff? But again, we need wood for the barrels. Might even have to put up our own building. to lease a harvester. Let's see, what do they say is leasing? $5,000, not bad. We could probably handle that, but we'd also need the header. We'd need 2 headers. So this one doesn't even have a corn header. But again, to lease this, another $1,500. And then, like I said, a corn header. So, green headers, corn headers. Hauling, $53,000. I could probably pick up a smaller one here. What do we lease this for? $1,700. So this is what we got to look into, right? I mean, not the biggest stuff, but you know, it's going to be a few dollars to do that. Grain trailer, obviously, because we're going to have to haul this stuff. So we need some sort of small trailer. You know, so we're going to be scrimping tight here. So, I'm thinking, hear me out, this is what I'm thinking. We go for this chunk of property. Which one was it? This one here, 52,000. We cut that stuff down. Let's take a visit over there. That's practically right across the road. So, oops, let's go check that out. Now, I could totally refuse this right now, too, and they'll just sell it off, and, you know, but the thing is I could have all of this for free, and if it's possible, get this done in 3 years, start making profit, and this could be a lifetime thing. Now, of course, I don't have to go running cops, because, well, you know, it's not illegal to. We'll get the proper permits and stuff. I don't know if I can drive across this in a train time. No. So, looks like good trees over here for cutting. What do you think? What do you think? Let me know. You think we could do this? I mean, these are nice big trees, you know. Good thing I came across when I did. Anyways, oh, we got a hill here, so it'll be a little more challenging. You know, I'm sure we could probably borrow not Grandpa's tractor, but maybe borrow or something, or make a deal with Uncle Beam. Maybe he's got a couple old tractors or something sitting around. You know, but yeah, there's quite the hill up here. What we got on the other side here? This is the field on this side, and the road. Guess we could work it from this side. But I'm pretty sure it'd be easier hauling downhill than it would be uphill. I'm pretty sure a yarder would be very expensive. Not to mention, probably shouldn't be running a yarder by yourself. A lot of walking down the hill, hook up the logs, run up the hill, use the controls. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking we do the wood. Now I've got the flatbed for now, so we can do some wood. I mean, I left home so fast, I didn't even take the freaking straw and stuff out. I work for a farm, so. So, let's make a few phone calls here. And get some paperwork, or sign some paperwork later. So. Let's double check here. So we're looking at plot 14. Plot 15 is there. Nobody, I don't think anybody owns that. It's probably town. It's probably town that owns this stuff here. Now, what about over here? No, that's way still too expensive. Over near Uncle. 100,000. This is really far away. I mean, this here, you know, this isn't bad because the sawmill is at the end of this road, but that's not too far away. Well, we'll call up the realtor. Let's make it. We got to do it. We're going to do it. Yep. That's it. It's ours. Man. Well, I think we'll go clean up the box now that we're the owners of this property. Probably figure out a better way to get across these tracks too. I'm gonna dump this stuff out here. I'm just gonna throw it off here for now. And maybe at some point what we could do too is just kind of pick up our own sawmill or something maybe, or build our own sawmill. Come on, unstrap. There you go. Let's take all this stuff out of here. I'm just going to put this right here in the ground for now. Don't let me forget that. Let's take these bales out of here. Okay, so excuse me. Let's I didn't even go all the way to the back of the property, but we can figure that out later. Definitely gonna need more around here. Mower, maybe we'll get that forage wagon going. And just get a mower and let's look at what we can do with these logs first. Now, there's got to be an easier way to get across there. Let's look at the satellite map again. I wonder if they'd be mad at me if I kind of built up around the track, not cover the track, built up around it so we could drive over it a little easier. Alright, made a few phone calls. County says they can. They're going to come and inspect it after. But temporary driveway over the top of the trains. They're holding the train for me, so few loads of dirt. Alright. We'll pack this down over here. And then this side. Yeah, that shouldn't interrupt the train. Making it a hell of a lot smoother for me to get across. Maybe we should throw some gravel down there too. Call up a couple of trucks. We'll get some gravel delivered. Gravel put down like so. This up to the edge of the road a bit. We don't want to do it in such a way that we can't fix it after. Put it back to the way it was, like they say we have to. Permission from the county, and they approved what I did. We're all good to go. Looks like a plan, Stan. Look at that. Now we can drive across nicely here. So I guess we're gonna have to kind of figure out and establish where the property edge is, but I was supposed to have that from the beginning, but oh well, I guess now it's a loss of my money since I forgot to add it before I started. So, let's get this chainsaw out, let's get this stuff cut down, and we'll make some money and see what we can get some better equipment for this whiskey operation. Right, we're going to have to do some serious work around here. Brush a little bit so we can see what we're doing. I think we're just going to make a bit of a trail up the hill here. I'm not sure how far on either side I am right now, where the property goes. Can we cut this? Nope. Cut this one? Yep, we can cut that one. Cut this? No. No. So this must be the edge of the property, right here. We're going to go there. Can't cut trees past that. Now we're going to run up to the top here. And can we cut this one? Yeah, we can cut that one. Nope, can't cut that one. We can cut that one. Not that one. Did they say we can cut this one? Nope. Okay, so we're gonna land it, we're gonna follow this one just between those two, right about here. Right? Is that clear where I want it? Not quite. But that'll give me an indication of where. I can cut that. And cut that. Can't cut that one. This will give me roughly where I can and can't. Unless the property's jagged, but I don't have to be perfect about it. So you gotta watch, because sometimes like I can cut it from this side, I can't cut it from this side. What about this one? You can cut this one though. First I'm gonna give this a line where I can and can't go. Yeah, see the property line's kind of crooked, eh? Very crooked. I get her all figured out. Hmm? No worries. Sounds like I got a woodpecker come help me. Weird, I cut up there, but now I can't cut over here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that kind of establishes a little bit of a boundary, I guess. Somewhere here. Got lots of room to go, so. Cut another one down here, and I think that's probably enough for the truck. I'm just going to use the chainsaw to grind out the stumps. I'm not running over them later. I'm hoping to get Uncle's mower and stuff, and maybe clean up over here a bit. Okay, so let's delimb some of this stuff. Really? Right on top of the truck already? It didn't take long, huh? Good thing it's a Chevy, though. One button. Now, what do you think we should set these at? C? Here. trying to see how to change that. Change length off. Length on. Oh, Z. Hello. Why is it not changing? It's not changing. Why not? Put that away. It doesn't help. I've got to have. Gonna have the chainsaw out. I think that makes a difference. Yeah, Z's not doing anything. Oh, okay, well, it's set to 10 meter. I'm gonna eyeball some of it, and we're gonna measure other parts of it. And yes, I use super strength. If you know me, you know why. What there some more? Brain not work. Okay, so about halfway. Right here. Yeah, let's see how badly I did. Oh, it's gonna stick out quite a ways, but that's okay. Oh, those bedsides are like very deceiving. That's right inside the cab. Guess I could use auto load, but now after this we're gonna have to go find the sawmill, sell this stuff off. I'm thinking if we can get enough money to put up our own sawmill, we're gonna get a lot more money selling beams and stuff like that than we would just selling logs. Still, now process is a little bit longer. So I'm thinking this first year of this whiskey challenge, basically just getting enough money to be able to start building and buying stuff or whatever we might happen to need, right? That's the good part about it being up there, it's already on the truck. Doing good so far. Not overly heavy. What the hell? Damn it, wrong one. Try again. Yeah. Up top, stay there. Good, good stick. Good stick. Now, do you think we could cut down one more tree and put it up there? Think the truck would handle it? Just Chevy. Come on now. You know it will. I think we got lots of room. We're doing a few wheelies. Oh well. So, yeah, let's cut up another one here. Take down another one. Try not to hit the truck this time. That would be a good idea. Four trees is probably good enough. I want to thank everybody watching, everybody that's here. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. It is muchly appreciated. If you have any suggestions or anything, please let me know. If you're liking what's going on, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button for me, please. Keep hitting the wrong buttons. How can you tell I don't use keypad very often? Yeah, this long grass is going to be interesting. We're going to be losing lots of logs. Excuse me. So hopefully everybody's had a great week. And if not, hopefully you have a great weekend to make up for the shitty week. Yeah, I could probably load a lot more on there, but I want to see what we're going to get for this. I think that's everything over here. Okay, let's take this in and see what we get. I think it's a pretty good load for the first load. Still think a nice big long trailer would work. There's a bit of weight there. Let's check. Where's this sawmill? Down this road. Okay. So I need to back up. It's been quite a few years since I've been out here. And yeah, I forgot how big some of these hills are around here. Pretty sure DOT wouldn't like it right now. I can't mind that. It's not too far away, only 2 kilometers or so. Drive maybe. Winding roads, hills. What is this sign? Yeah, that grain mill, I used to drive by it all the time, and it's always open. I wonder when that thing closed down. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been. I don't remember this place though. Okay, yeah, I remember this place now. I mean, it looks extremely different. Extremely different. I mean, that was pretty much run down. Let me go get this sold off. I get this old gym that had this, everybody called them old gym, like the sauna down. It's all coming back to me. Little by little, it's coming back. Joanne ran the gas station. I remember seeing her as a kid. Check the GPS here. Like I said, it's been a while. Nope. That was the animal dealer. There's a lot more trees that's growing up around here. You know, a lot of these trees weren't here or were really small last time I was around. But nice being back. Right here, spent lots of nights out with Uncle Bean. Let's see, where we gotta go. Yeah, a lot of stock of lumber out here. Check here online to see what they want and where. They make some crazy boards out here. I mean, look how thick these things are. That's gonna be what is that? 4, 6, maybe 6/4 board. Maybe even 8/4. That's what, 4/4 there. And I got lots of stuff here. Looking for wood. I mean, place to go now. I don't remember it being this big. This looks like a walnut. Where the hell did they get so much walnut? That's crazy. Oh, this looks like the spot here. They got a loading thing and everything. Just sit here and strap it. Talk to the guy at the speaker box here. Yep. Yep. Okay, so he's just pushed that button. We got almost, well, just over 9 grand. What? 4 or 5 trees? What did we cut down? I guess they want a bunch. Not a lot of people are cutting their logs around here lately, so they're starting to get down on their stock. I'm more than happy to get some. I was talking to him too, and I don't think, he's pretty sure there's no carpenter around the barrels. So, we may have to look into putting up our own building and hiring some sort of carpenter. We can check out the property and see if it's big enough. Check the county, see if there's enough room for to put up maybe our own sawmill and a carpenter's building. Hire a carpenter so we can make the barrels for whiskey. And we can keep cutting the logs so that we can gain enough money so we can buy a couple of fields. So we can start planting the barley and corn that we're going to need for the whiskey. And we might look into doing sugar cane at some point. We got 3 years to get this thing going and make it profitable. So, otherwise we end up losing. Sometimes sitting around, first year is going to be kind of cleaning up. And again, thank you very much for everybody being here. It's muchly appreciated that you take the time to stop in and see my video. Please hit that like for me if you're liking this type of stuff. This is going to be quite the challenge. 3 years to get this whiskey production profitable. All I had to start with was my truck. I was supposed to start with chainsaw, but I ended up spending money on that. And yeah. So I have my little bit of savings, my truck, my chainsaw. So we're going to start trees here off to the side. So we'll cut the truck here instead. We're going to cut trees over there, so hopefully we're not landing them on the truck this time. Let's get to cutting. Well, maybe we should just build a boat. Build the ark, they said. I think with this load here, we're going to look into is a bigger trailer. Now, I can't tow either fifth wheel or gooseneck, but, you know, we definitely decently tow a decent sized flatbed, pinto hitch or something like that. We need these. We gotta get these buildings going so that we can get the barrels going, right? And we can start getting whiskey on the move. 3 years isn't a long time to get this thing going, profitable, get some fields going, so we don't lose this whiskey. We don't want to lose the opportunity to have this whiskey production. Right? Grandpa was good enough to leave it to us with that stipulation. You know, the big thing is people kind of say you're cheating when you're using super strength. Well, if you remember correctly, and if you ever watched any movies, didn't Superman work on a farm? You know, I'm pretty sure he was picking up. Actually, I think there was even one movie that he either saved his, dad, I guess, or a tractor fell on his dad or something like that, or had a flat tire kind of thing. And he picked the whole the tractor up. If I remember correctly. So, you know, super strength, yeah. Just think of me as Superman, I guess. Working on a farm. I mean, I'm no Clark Kent, but... But yeah, I'm pretty sure that he did the same thing. Just picked up trees, cut them so they'd fit on the vehicle, and picked them up and put them on. Now, that'd be funny if I could find myself a mod that would give you Superman clothes type thing. Cape and all that. That'd be awesome. Now I want a mod that has Superman clothes. Oh, uncut. I'd hate to see the size of that freaking woodpecker. Man, he's hammering on trees like it's, he's the size of a freaking excavator. I mean, even Woody Woodpecker isn't that bad. Well, I haven't picked the front wheels up off the ground yet, so we're doing good. come out here very much. When he did, there's always a play during, you hear it a little bit during the day, but usually in the evenings or at night, you hear this weird, strange howl, and it's just, I'm pretty sure it was either a Wendigo or a skinwalker. I'm pretty sure he was just saying that as where'd I go? I went the wrong goddamn way, didn't I? Check GPS here. Yep, way down there. Well, I guess I can take this road and just kind of follow it. But anyways, I'm pretty sure he used to just tell us these stories, me and my cousins, just to kind of scare us. Pretty sure, like, Uncle, I'm sure he used to play along. Because he lives over there. Oh, yeah, I hear that every now and then. Spot. This. Park right on it then. How's that? And grand. Well, let's see if we can check online here and see what we can find for a trailer. Road transport, probably nothing I can use. Well, so I can't use that. Getting close to being able to grab something like this. That would probably work. Yeah, I think that would work. Excuse me. So, not quite there yet. Is there anything else that we could look at? Let's see. We've got flatbed trailers here. 20 grand for something like this. 25, yeah. Be nice to have a gooseneck trailer, but this here's 15, but this is a gooseneck only though. So I wouldn't be able to have that unless we change the truck because this frame isn't designed for gooseneck. So I'm saying let it load, let it put us over what we need for the trailer. For the trailer, that load there was 15 grand, or 10 grand, so 10 grand, it was 32, so yeah, we can get that trailer. And we can go longer logs on the trailer, so it's stuck on the truck. It's hopeful. Oh, I'm dead. No airbags or anything in this vehicle. Pretty much death trapping is okay. That's why I do it. I'll go back one. Yeah, I'll go back. you're watching this after it's a live stream and you're watching it as a video, the reason I'm not talking is there's nobody in chat. I mean, there's not actually anybody even watching at this point in time, but yeah, that's why I'm not talking, so. Looks like I dropped a freaking log or something. Oh, 454 gets you up to the wall. Not even long for 40 minutes. I think we'll dump this up. Pretty sure I seen a sawmill that I'm looking for. But in all reality, you buy the sawmill first before the trailer. It's going to make a lot more money than selling beams and stuff than it would selling logs. Logs are a quick dollar right away to get some money. Throughout the time, I lost logs, so yeah. To me, some. That's it, so that time. Truck's a write-off. That doesn't want to steer right. Yeah, you have the stop sign, I had right away. This type of road, you don't stop pretty quick. Means it probably shouldn't be 122. Somebody else is really taking that and hauling rocks at this. Seems good. Sunday drivers. That dump truck. Let's see what we get for this one. Push the big red button. 10 grand, not almost 10.8. Not bad, not bad. I think we can get that somewhere. Sorry, buddy. I mean, I don't mind you selling the stuff here, but yeah, before we do, let's just see here. I'm curious. Can we even sell wood beams and where? Wood beam at the train. Where's the train? Let's see where the train is. Straight north. That's not bad. Straight up, straight down. Okay. But is that where we actually sell it? This is where the train goes. But I don't think there's a sell point here. Is there? A bridge here. Yeah, there's nothing here. That's the flour mill. Grain cell. Rent train. So what we gotta do is rent a train? I've never had to rent a train before. How much is it? Holy hell, 1,000 per hour? Well, I think so. I think we're going to this is a sell all here general store. There's a general store. Now take logs, or not logs, but wood beam. We might be building our own place and things. Yeah, because it's saying Courtright. I mean, it's a nice price, but well. Okay. Go back to my truck, I guess. Hey, Second Chance Gaming, welcome in. I'm sitting here talking to myself. Race it. Oh, get that rear thing going. Come on. Come on. So how are you doing, Second Chance? Thank you for showing up. Thank you for stopping by. Much appreciated. I am starting a whiskey challenge, and what it is my Uncle B called me out, told me to bring every bit of savings I had, and he wrote a letter from my grandfather. My grandfather had this production, whiskey production, whatever, way down, and he used it on site. but he hasn't done anything with it for probably 15 years, 20 years, ever since Grandma passed away. So now that he's gone, he left it to me, but I have 3 years to get this factory, whatever you want to call it, going, distillery going. And if I don't do it and get it going and make it profitable in 3 years, it gets sold and the money and the property and everything get divvied up against charities that my grandmother donated to. If I can make it profitable within 3 years, they will sign the deed over to me, and if my Uncle Bean has that power of attorney or whatever you want to call it, he's in charge of it. So, that was letter. This is what's going on. So, I came out. I took every penny I had and I bought a chunk of land, trees on the other side. And up here is where the whiskey distillery is. Back in the day, we used to run moonshine, so it was kind of hidden back here. At least it used to be. So this is what we got. We got an old whiskey distillery here. Uncle Beam dug up some old paperwork and stuff from Grandpa's, and it had a couple recipes for rum and whiskey. We got an open air shed over here, which has a very run down forage wagon. We have grain bins here, a lot of junk and garbage everywhere, but it has some barley in it. Could try to sell it. I don't have a trailer at the moment, so I can't sell it. But, I mean, I don't know how good that would be. It probably has mice and everything all through it. And then back here, there is a couple old tractors. I mean, it looks like they're falling apart, you know, back there. Bunch of bales in here. Looks like hay and straw in here. And then over here, we've got a shed. Definitely needs some serious cleaning. A tractor here that I really don't think that's going to get fixed. And maybe Grandpa's old whiskey runner. You know, maybe we can get that going at some point in time. So, looking around here in this countryside, we got a sawmill, but there is no carpentry for barrels. What I need, and my kind of plan is, with the recipes, the rum needs sugar cane. Now, sugar cane, yeah, it regrows, so it's kind of a profitable thing, but it takes a specialized planter, and even more so a specialized harvester. Right, and those are expensive even to lease. Plus, I don't have any farmland. The whiskey, on the other hand, needs corn, barley, and barrels. Well, again, no farmland, so it's going to be hard to grow those. The barrels, there's nobody around here that builds barrels, so we may have to do our own little factory and kind of hire a carpenter or something to make the barrels. But selling the trees, selling and making, if we put up a sawmill, make our own beams, the beams are going to be worth more than selling the trees off. But I'm just finding out there's nowhere really to sell it as of yet. So yeah, I can make money with the wood, which is what I'm doing, to try and purchase land to start, you know, cultivating and growing corn and barley. No, like I said, I got 3 years to do all of this, and right now I bought the little bush across the road. That's all I could afford, you know. But some of the farmland around here is not cheap, so it's going to take a bit of working. Now, if we can get lucky and find a good price, and something that already has what we need on it. Like this is grass, that's no good to me, but if we could find something with corn that's already ready to harvest at a decent price, you know. Now my uncle's farm is up here, but he does mainly like grass and stuff, and he hires out a combine to do his uh, canola and stuff, right? He's got his beef cows or his dairy cows, and yeah, he's got a few tractors, but nothing major, you know. So that's what we're looking at right now. Now we're hoping to let this whiskey go, man. You know, like I want to get it going. I don't want to lose it. So I got 3 years. I got my truck, chainsaw, and I started off with about $56,000. And yeah, I bought that property. I'm starting to get back now. Now with this here, what I was looking at, I was looking in the flyers, and it looks like factories, I think. There is a sawmill that I can buy. It's like a prefab sawmill. 20 grand. 20 grand. I just got 33. I mean, this thing's a decent size. Right? It does wood chips, beams, and all that stuff. It does some furniture. It doesn't do barrels, but it does do furniture. So some of this stuff can be sold off pretty easily. Right? So this is what I'm looking at. So I'm thinking we're going to put this up here. Probably should leave some space around back. Alright, kind of like so. We can make some roads up to it and stuff. I want to kind of leave access to that. There's a gap in the fence right here. I want to kind of leave that so if I have to, I can run tractors if I ever buy those farmlands. So, here we go. We just bought a sawmill. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of clean this up a little bit here. I'm going to go with some concrete dirt. We're going to make it round. We're going to enlarge a little bit. And we're going to kind of probably come off of this one. We're going to come up here. Go with this. We're going to come up this way. We're going to come across this way like so. And into here. That should work, right? Full gravel. Let's go. Gonna start looking like a new place around here. This is the start of getting her done. Now, I don't like the what am I looking for? This. I'm gonna switch this and go here. Yeah, looks about right. The perfect edge thingy. Same thing this way. I'll go to the other side here. Now we can kind of fill this in, make it look better. What the hell is that? Yeah, let's check that out. I don't know what the hell that is. I didn't even see that when I first come up here. What do you think? That'll do for now. So instead of making that big old run all the way to the sawmill, we now have our own. So we can just come up this road here, right from across the road. Hop over here. And we should probably get rid of some of these trees, or brush, or whatever. And just dump off right here. And I'm not sure what this is for. This looks like, what, wood chip spawn? Wait, what's over here? From above, it almost looks like some sort of old house foundation or a barn or something that was here. All gone though, whatever it was. Well, they wouldn't put that in a barn, would they? That looks like something that would have been at the bottom of a set of steps. More here. Interesting. Let's see, can I get rid of this crap with the chainsaw? Yep. Okay, so that's not what I wanted. Get rid of that. But yeah, that's, I think I'm gonna leave it here. It's pretty much 2 hours that I've been going now, so I want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I would love it if you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like this, and if you want to see more of it. And if you do want to see more of it, please hit that bell notification and make sure that all notifications are turned on so you don't miss out on anything, right? And give me a follow in my Instagram, or not my Instagram, but my Discord. Link for that should be down below. We can definitely chat there. If you have any questions or suggestions or ideas, hey, that'd be an awesome place to go to let me know. So again, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for showing up. I hope you have yourselves a great weekend. Probably be doing another live stream tomorrow. I'm not sure of which. There's this now that I'm doing, the Whiskey Challenge. There is the Ultimate Domination Challenge by Ghost Boy. We're doing that one, and then there's like 5 or 6 other maps that I could just jump on and screw around and have fun with. Yeah, go back through the videos and let me know if there's something you want me to continue on. I think I started a ranch challenge, but kind of faded off of that one. You know, still have it, but you know, if you guys want to see it, let me know. Again, thank you everybody for being here, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks, and talk to you later.